Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Leap podcast. I am Olivia.
And I am John. Welcome, guys. We are so happy to have you here with us today.
If you are new here, this is the podcast where we help you take a big leap in your English journey. We keep things natural, easy, and fun. No boring textbooks allowed.
Exactly. No textbooks here, just real English for the real world. So, Olivia, before we start our big topic today, how is your day going? I see you have a massive cup of coffee today.
Oh, yes, I need it today, John. I stayed up a little too late last night watching a movie, so this is my second cup of coffee. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. It was very relaxing. I went for a long walk in the park with my dog, Max. The weather was perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. Just perfect.
That sounds lovely. A simple weekend is sometimes the best weekend.
I completely agree. But now it is Monday, and we are back in the studio, and I am very excited about today's topic. I think this is the number one thing our students ask us about.
You are so right, John. Every day we get comments, messages, and emails from students asking the exact same question. They say, Olivia, John, how can I speak faster? How can I stop translating in my head? How do I unlock my English fluency?
Yes, how do I unlock my fluency? It is such a big goal. So today, we are going to talk about exactly that. We will give you simple, real-life secrets to unlock your English fluency.
But before we give you the secrets, let's talk about the problem. Let's talk about that feeling, because I think everyone listening right now knows this feeling.
Oh, I know the feeling you are talking about.
Let me paint a picture for our listeners. Imagine this. You are studying English. You know a lot of words. You study grammar every day. You can read English books, and you can understand almost everything when you watch YouTube.
Right. You feel confident in your room.
Yes, exactly. You feel so smart in your bedroom. But then you walk outside. You go to a coffee shop, or maybe you are at work, and suddenly a native English speaker walks up to you.
Oh no, I could feel the stress already.
The native speaker says something simple. Maybe they say, "Hey, how's it going? What did you get up to this weekend?"
And what happens next?
Panic, complete panic. Your brain completely freezes. Your heart starts beating so fast. You know the words, you know the grammar, but your mouth just stops working.
Yes, and you stand there looking like a statue. You just say, fine, thank you, and then the conversation dies.
Exactly. And after the person walks away, 5 minutes later, your brain starts working again. You think, oh, I should have said this. I should have told him about my dog. I should have asked him a question.
Yes, 5 minutes too late. You have the perfect answer in your head, but you could not find it when you needed it.
Tell us in the comments right now, guys. Have you ever felt this? Have you ever had a brain freeze when speaking English? Type yes in the comments if you know this feeling.
I promise you, everyone is typing yes right now because it is completely normal. Even I have felt this.
Wait, really? But you are a native English speaker, John.
Yes, but remember when I tried to learn Spanish last year? I had the exact same problem. I used an app on my phone every day. I knew hundreds of Spanish words. I knew the colors, the animals, the numbers.
Okay, so you were prepared.
I thought I was. Then I went to a Mexican restaurant. The waiter came to my table and asked me a simple question in Spanish. He just asked what I wanted to drink.
And what did you do?
My brain turned off. I forgot every single word. I forgot how to say water. I just pointed at the menu and smiled. It was so embarrassing.
Oh, John, that is so funny, but also so relatable. It happens to all of us when we learn a new language. But why does it happen? Why do we freeze?
That is the big question. Why do we freeze when we know the vocabulary?
It is because of how we learn. In traditional schools, teachers give us lists. A list of vocabulary words, a list of grammar rules, and our brain tries to put these things together like a difficult math problem.
Right. In your head, you are thinking, okay, I need a subject, then I need a verb. Oh wait, is it past tense? Add ed, then I need a noun.
Exactly. You are doing math in your head, but conversation is not math. Conversation is like playing catch with a ball. It's fast. You don't have time to build a sentence word by word.
If you try to translate from your native language into English word by word, you will always be too slow. You will always freeze.
So what is the solution? How do we stop doing math in our heads? How do we stop translating and start flowing?
Well, that brings us to our very first big secret for today, and I love this secret. It completely changes how you learn English.
I love it too. And the best part is, you don't need to learn any new, difficult grammar to do this. You just need to change how you look at words.
Are you guys ready for the first secret? Make sure you are paying attention because Chapter 2 is going to blow your mind.
Let's get right into it.
All right, Olivia, let's give them the first big key to unlocking fluency. What is the secret?
The secret is, stop learning single words. Start learning chunks.
Chunks. C-H-U-N-K-S. That sounds like a funny word. What is a chunk?
A chunk is just a group of words that naturally go together. Native speakers use these groups of words all the time. They are like pre-made puzzle pieces.
Pre-made puzzle pieces. I like that. Can you explain that a little more simply?
Sure. Imagine you want to buy a car. Do you buy 4 wheels, a steering wheel, some seats, and an engine, and try to build the car yourself on the road?
No, that would take forever, and the car probably wouldn't work. I just buy the whole car. It's already built.
Exactly. Learning single words and grammar rules is like trying to build the car on the street. It takes too much time, you freeze. But learning chunks is like buying the whole car. The sentence is already built for you. You just jump in and drive.
That makes so much sense. When you learn a chunk, you don't have to think about grammar. You don't have to think, is this a preposition? Is this past tense? You just say the chunk.
Let's look at a real-life example. Let's take the word way, W-A-Y.
Okay, way. That's a simple word. It means a direction or a path.
Right. If you learn just the single word way, it's helpful. But how do you use it? It's hard to build a sentence quickly. Instead, let's learn a chunk. A very popular chunk is, by the way.
Oh, I use by the way all the time.
We all do. By the way is a chunk. You don't need to know why we use by instead of on or at. You just learn the whole phrase. We use it when we want to change the topic in a conversation.
For example, I could say, I bought some apples today. Oh, by the way, did you call your mother?
Perfect example. You didn't build that sentence word by word. You just grabbed the chunk by the way and used it.
Let's give them another example, a really common one. How about saying hello?
Yes, this is a great place to use chunks. In textbooks, you learn, how are you? And I am fine, thank you. And you?
I have to be honest, Olivia. I almost never say, I am fine, thank you, and you. It sounds like a robot.
It really does. It sounds like a textbook. So what chunks do native speakers actually use when they say hello?
We use chunks like, how's it going? Or what's up? Or how have you been?
How's it going is a beautiful chunk. If you try to translate it word by word, it makes no sense. How is it going? What is it? Where is it going?
Exactly. If a student tries to translate that into their native language, they will get confused. But if you just accept it as a chunk, one big puzzle piece, that means, how are you? It is so easy.
You just memorize the sound. How's it going? One big word.
Let's do some more real-life examples, because I think this is so practical. What about when you are at a restaurant?
Oh, ordering food is the perfect time for chunks. Many beginners will point to the menu and say, I want this, or give me coffee.
Which is okay, people will understand you, but it doesn't sound very fluent, and it can sound a little rude.
So instead of thinking of single words, use a polite chunk. The best chunk for a restaurant is, I'll have the.
I'll have the. That is perfect. I'll have the chicken. I'll have the salad. I'll have a cup of coffee.
You see, the grammar is already done for you. I will have. You don't need to think about future tense. You just memorize, I'll have the, and add your food.
It makes speaking so much faster. You don't have to translate in your head.
I remember a funny story about direct translation. One of my students from Italy wanted to tell me that he was very hungry, but he tried to translate directly from Italian word by word.
What did he say?
He said, I have a big hunger of a wolf.
A big hunger of a wolf. I mean, I understand what he meant, but it sounds like a fairy tale.
Yes, it was very poetic. But in English, we have a chunk for tet. We just say, I'm starving.
I'm starving. 2 words, 1 chunk. Very easy.
So John, how do students learn these chunks? They are not usually in the vocabulary lists.
You learn chunks by listening. When you watch a movie or when you listen to our podcast, don't just write down single words. Write down the whole phrase.
Yes, get a notebook. Write down the situation and the chunk. If someone gives you a gift, don't just write thank. Write the chunk, that is so kind of you.
That is so kind of you. I love that one. It sounds so warm and natural.
So to our listeners, from today, your new rule is no more single words. Start collecting chunks. Be a chunk collector.
A chunk collector. I like that job title. But Olivia, even if you know a lot of chunks, sometimes you still need a second to think. Sometimes someone asks you a hard question and you just need time.
Oh, absolutely. Native speakers need time to think too. We don't always have a fast answer.
So what do? Do we just stare at the person in silence?
No, never. Awkward silence is the enemy of fluency. We have a special trick for that. A trick that makes you sound totally fluent, even when you have no idea what to say.
Oh, I know what you were talking about. This is secret number 2. Let's jump into chapter 3 and talk about how to buy time like a native speaker.
Welcome to Chapter 3. Now we are going to talk about a very cool trick. This trick helps you when your brain needs a few seconds to think.
Yes, let's be real. Even native speakers do not speak perfectly all the time. If you listen to 2 native speakers talking, it is not a smooth, perfect movie script.
Not at all. We stop, we start again, we forget words, we lose our train of thought.
But we don't just stop and look terrified. We use small, special words to fill the empty space. We call these filler words or just fillers.
Fillers are your best friends in English. They are like magic words. They mean almost nothing, but they save you from awkward silence.
Think about the difference. Let's do a role play, Olivia. I am going to ask you a question. For the first time, don't use any fillers. Just be silent while you think.
Okay, I am ready. Ask me a question.
Hey, Olivia, what is your absolute favorite movie of all time and why?
I think it is Harry Potter.
Okay, wow. Those 5 seconds of silence felt very uncomfortable. I thought you were angry at me, or maybe you didn't understand me.
Yes, the silence makes the other person feel nervous. Now, let's do the exact same question, but this time I will use filler words while I think of my answer.
Okay, take 2. Hey, Olivia, what is your absolute favorite movie of all time and why?
Oh, wow. Let me see. That's a tough question. Well, to be honest, I think it's Harry Potter.
Wow, what a difference.
Right? It felt so much more relaxed. I still took 5 seconds to think of my answer, but because I used fillers, I sounded fluent. I sounded like a native speaker thinking.
Let's break down the fillers you just used. You said a few different ones.
I started with, oh, wow. This just shows I heard the question and I am surprised by it.
Then you said, let me see. This is a great chunk. It literally tells the other person, give me a second to think.
Yes, let me see or let me think. It is so polite and natural.
Then you said, that's a tough question. Another great chunk.
And finally, I used one of my favorite fillers. Well, to be honest.
To be honest, we say this so much. It just makes your sentence feel softer. So instead of freezing and panicking, you just have a little toolkit of filler phrases.
Exactly. Let's give our listeners a few more fillers they can use every day. What is a filler you use a lot, John?
I use the word actually a lot. A-C-T-U-A-L-L-Y. Actually.
Oh, actually is a great one. How do you use it?
I use it when I'm giving a little detail or politely correcting something. If someone says, do you work in London? I can pause and say, well, actually, I work just outside of London.
It gives you that half second of thinking time. Well, actually...
Another very common one is, you know.
Oh, yes, you know. Some people use that one too much.
It's true. You don't want to say it in every single sentence. I went to the store, you know, to buy bread, you know, but they were closed, you know. That is too much.
Yes, don't do that. But using it sometimes is very natural. It's a way to connect with the listener. It's been a really long week, you know?
So to summarize this step, when someone asks you a question, do not panic. Do not freeze in silence. Just smile, take a breath, and use a filler.
Say, well, let me think about that. By the time you finish saying that phrase, your brain will find the English words you need.
It is like giving your brain a little vacation to go find the vocabulary.
Exactly. Now, there is one more reason why people feel they are not fluent, and it has to do with how English sounds.
Ah, yes, listening. A lot of students tell me, John, I know the chunks and I know the fillers,
But when a native speaker talks to me, they talk too fast. All the words stick together.
It just sounds like one giant long word, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, and because you can't hear the separate words, you freeze again.
But what if I told you they are not actually speaking that fast? They are just using our third secret, connected speech.
Connected speech. This is a game changer for fluency, both for listening to native speakers and for speaking smoothly yourself.
If you master this next step, your English will immediately sound 50% more natural.
I am so excited to explain this. Let's jump into Chapter 4 and talk about how to connect your words like a pro.
Okay, John, we are in Chapter 4. Let's talk about connected speech and how to sound natural. What does connected speech mean?
Well, as we just said, students often think native speakers speak extremely fast. But the truth is, we are just lazy.
Lazy? What do you mean by that?
I mean, our mouths are lazy. We don't like to pronounce every single letter clearly. We mush words together. We link the end of one word to the beginning of the next word.
Ah, yes. We like to save energy.
Exactly. Let me give you a textbook example. In a textbook, you read this sentence. What are you going to do?
Every word is separate. What are you going to do?
But in real life, a native speaker will almost never say it like that. It takes too much effort. Instead, we mush it all together. We say, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Yes, that sounds like real life.
What are you becomes whatcha, and going to becomes gonna. What you gonna do?
If a student is listening for what are you going to, they will miss it. They will hear what you gonna and think it is a new vocabulary word.
Right, and they run to the dictionary to look up whatcha, but it's not there.
This is why it is so important to learn how English sounds, not just how it is written. Let's give them some more examples of connected speech.
Okay, how about want to?
Oh, that is an easy one. Want to becomes wanna.
I wanna go home. Do you wanna get coffee? We use wanna all the time.
What about have to?
Have to changes its sound completely. It becomes have to, H-A-F-T-A. I have to go to work.
I have to go to work. Notice how smooth that is. If I say I have to go to work, it sounds choppy. It sounds like a robot. But I have to go to work flows like water.
So how can our students practice this? They understand it now, but how do they make their mouths do it?
That is where my favorite practice technique comes in. It is called shadowing.
Shadowing. Like a shadow on the ground on a sunny day?
Exactly. A shadow follows you perfectly. Whatever you do, your shadow does. In language learning, shadowing means following a native speaker's voice perfectly.
Can you explain step by step how to do it?
Of course. Step 1. Find a short video or audio of a native speaker. Maybe a short clip from a YouTube video, a movie, or even this podcast. Just 30 seconds is enough.
Okay, I have my 30-second video. What next?
Step 2. Listen to the clip once or twice. Just listen to the rhythm. Notice how the words connect.
Got it.
Step 3. Play the video again, but this time, speak out loud at the exact same time as the person in the video. You are their shadow.
Ah, so if they say, I want to get coffee, I say, I want to get coffee at the exact same moment.
Yes, you copy their speed, you copy their connected speech, and you copy their emotion. If they sound excited, you sound excited. If they go up at the end of a question, you go up.
This is brilliant, because when you do this, you are forcing your mouth to make the shapes of native English. You are breaking your old robotic habits.
Exactly. You don't even have to understand every single word. The goal is to feel the music of English. English has a rhythm like a song.
It really does. Some words are stressed and loud, and some words are very quiet and fast.
In the sentence, I want to get coffee, the big words are coffee and wanna. I want to get coffee. The word get is very quiet.
Shadowing helps you naturally find that rhythm. And the best part is, you can do this alone in your room. You don't need a speaking partner.
It is the best solo practice. If you shadow for just 5 minutes a day, I promise you, within 1 month, your mouth will feel different. English will feel easier to speak.
You will build muscle memory, just like an athlete practicing a sport. Your tongue and lips will remember how to connect the words.
So we have covered 3 massive secrets today.
Yes, we have. We talked about chunks, we talked about fillers, and we talked about connected speech and shadowing.
These 3 things together are the key to unlocking your fluency. If you stop translating single words and start using chunks and fillers with connected speech, you will sound amazing.
I think it is time to do a quick review and give our listeners some homework.
I love giving homework. Let's head over to Chapter 5 to wrap things up and practice together.
Welcome to Chapter 5, the final chapter of today's podcast. You guys have learned so much today.
You really have. Let's do a very quick summary to make sure you remember the most important points. We want you to feel confident.
Number 1, stop memorizing single words. Stop doing grammar math in your head.
Instead, start learning chunks. Memorize full groups of words like, how's it going? And, by the way, buy the whole car. Don't build it on the street.
Number 2, do not be afraid of silence, but don't freeze. Use filler words to buy yourself time to think.
Use phrases like, well, let me see, or to be honest, or actually. Give your brain a little vacation to find the right words.
And number 3, English words stick together. Don't sound like a robot. Use connected speech like wanna and gonna.
And practice this by using the shadowing technique. Copy native speakers like a shadow to learn the music of English.
If you do these things, you will break the wall. You will stop freezing in the coffee shop. You will speak naturally.
Now, listening to us is great, but you have to take action. So it is time for the audience practice section.
Yes, we want to hear from you. We have 3 questions for you. We want you to go down to the comments right now and write your answers.
Please write full sentences. Practice your English right here, right now. This is a safe space to practice.
Okay, question number 1. What is a new chunk you learned today, or a chunk you use a lot in your daily life?
Great question. Tell us your favorite chunk in the comments. Question number 2. Imagine I just asked you a difficult question. Write a sentence starting with a filler word to give yourself time to think.
For example, you could write, well, let me think about that, Olivia. Show us how you use a filler.
And question number 3, what is one thing you are going to shadow this week? Will it be a movie, a YouTube video, a song? Tell us your plan.
I will be reading the comments and replying to as many as I can, so please don't be shy. Write your answers down below.
We love reading your comments. It shows us that you are working hard and making progress. Every time you write a sentence, you are taking a leap forward.
That's right. English fluency is not magic. It is just practice. It is just changing your habits. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to communicate.
Remember, the goal is connection, not perfection. When you speak to someone, they just want to connect with you. They don't care if you make a tiny grammar mistake.
Exactly. If I make a mistake in Spanish, the waiter at the restaurant doesn't get angry. He is just happy I am trying. It's the same in English. Be brave.
Well said, John. I think this has been a fantastic lesson. I feel inspired myself.
Me too. I need to go practice my Spanish shadowing now. I have to learn the chunk for ordering water so I don't freeze again.
Yes, please do. And to all our wonderful listeners, thank you so much for spending your time with us today on the English Leap podcast.
If you like this video, please hit the like button. It really helps our channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a lesson.
Share this video with a friend who is also learning English. You can practice shadowing together.
Have a fantastic week, everyone. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep making those big leaps in your English.
We will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.